tipsy. Okay.
What are you drinking?
Tito's.
Her.
And you start off, and then I'll be like, "It's your boy Rashad, and you're watching."
He laughs.
Hi, it's your girl Taneya.
It's your girl Ashia.
Yay.
And it's your boy Rashad, and you know we watching. Today's topic is
You may be the reason why he or she cheated.
Or they.
That too. That too.
You know you got your them they pronouns, so you got to
I
be
don't know about that. You
socially correct, politically correct.
Okay, anyway. So this topic came up, y'all, because I was thinking in my head, as far as me as a female, some people love playing victim, right? They make it seem like that they didn't have no part in them getting cheated on, or they were just so innocent. And it's a lot of factors that come into play as far as like the person who cheated on you probably like they probably gave you red flags that they wasn't gonna be loyal to you anyway, and what you did still did with them. They you might have been nagging, or you might have been unappreciative or ungrateful. So what they do? Cheated on you.
Now they saying that like, wait a minute now, wait a fucking minute now, but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I fuss all the time.
But when I mean fussing, I don't mean fussing as like as far like fussing like for a reason, yeah. But like I mean like he don't even be doing that. But that man just come home from work and you just like it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, what you fussing for? Like I just got here from work. So I'm just saying like I feel as though sometimes we could play a part in us getting cheated and not even realize that we were the reason why somebody cheated. Not saying cheating is okay, because cheating is not ever okay. However, let's not put victim on let's not play victim when you know you had your part in causing this person to do whatever they may have done.
Unless my part was out there slobbing on another nigga's wood, you ain't got no reason to be out here in the streets.
However,
okay?
Yes. But why? What's wrong with your wood?
It's because you think you're gonna have my wood and Shirley wood and David wood all at the same time. And that's not what we do.
Okay, but everybody.
That's
you
what
never know. That's
Shirley,
what they.
Shirley got the plastic. Shirley got the plastic wood.
That's what the different thing.
She ain't got the plastic. She ain't got the wood. She got the silicone.
Y'all get on my nerves.
Moral of the story is, no matter what I'm doing, yes, I could. And we back.
We are back. Who was talking?
I forgot what I was saying, but unless
You said on Shirley wood.
Ain't nothing wrong with the wood over here, but if Shirley got a wood and David got a wood and you want to play with all these other different woods, that's fine and dandy, but you need to save that. And if they're going to do that, break up with me before you go and do that.
But what they have a reason. Nobody just, I mean, I feel like everybody have a reason for doing something. Like, who ran to just be like, let me go fuck somebody else?
Lust.
Like, what?
Lust.
But what? That's the thing.
It's not anything that you're doing per se, but it's just like I had a serious lapse of judgment because this person was so fucking fine, and it was just like they was throwing at me. It was a lapse of judgment. It's nothing that you did. It's nothing about you. You're beautiful. You didn't do anything wrong, but this person was fine as fuck, and I just need to get my nut off.
No, I feel like also it is problems that people don't talk about. Also, when you like really talk down to that person, they may not specifically come out and say it, but like I've been cheated on plenty of times, so like when I get down to like having conversations, they kind of beat around the bush of like why they cheated, but they won't specifically say it. But you just gotta put pieces together basically, because a lot of people not gonna admit why they did it. There's some people that will, but that's far and fear. But it's a reason between it more than lust, because at the end of the day, you is an able body. So like if it was just lust, they would just do it to you. But, you know, they out there doing it to other people.
That's sometimes the case, but the reason why because a lot of times in a lot of cheating scenarios, it's not about the other person. The other person can be fine. Again, Beyonce. Who the fuck out here is better than Beyonce?
But
But ain't she getting cheated? But ain't she getting cheated
we don't
on?
know if it was because I don't think her looks played a role.
Yeah.
Jay-Z probably was missing something within that relationship.
And that's what I'm
that
saying.
he was looking for somewhere else.
The lack of communication. Let's start there.
So that is one thing. What I'm saying is there's a lot of times as well where people cheat and it's nothing that the other person has did or it's nothing that the other person, it's not about the looks or nothing that they do literally at home. It's just I cheated just because they was fine. Like it's legit just a lust thing. Right. It's nothing that you do specifically to me to make me cheat. It's just I just did. Well, some people are not programmed in quotation marks to be monogamous. Right. Some people are just naturally polyamorous.
But are we gonna walk around and act like we perfect? Like that
no.
have been a reason why they went and did.
That's why I said
things.
I can agree with you there, some to an extent.
I feel like the way you wording it is like completely wrong, cause it's like I don't got no part of their actions. They technically, like I just told y'all, I've been cheated on. Yeah, it was problems within our relationship. But hey, you could have broke up with me. Okay. We could have talked it out. Okay. There's plenty of other ways you could have went about the situation than cheating on me. Even if I was a problem in our relationship or we had problems in our relationship that you didn't like about me, you could have talked it out with me instead of doing me so dirty and going behind my back and cheating on me. I don't feel like I deserve that, regardless of how you try to set it up or my issues or my attitude problems or whatever. I feel like I don't deserve that. So like when you saying that, I'm like, I didn't deserve that, and I feel like a lot of people don't deserve to get cheated on. No, you should just be completely honest. If you want to move on or you're not feeling a relationship, just move on. Just put your big boy drawers on and tell that person, hey, this is not gonna work. I'm not feeling you no more, or the issues. You keep doing this, you keep doing that. I'm tired of talking. It's like if you in a relationship, you gotta, I don't know, like... You
gotta talk it out. Because once you agree to be with somebody, it's like you pretty much sign some sort of social contract and y'all agreeing to be honest and faithful to one another. So just because you're missing something in your relationship doesn't mean that gives you the place to just go ahead and cheat.
Right.
So what if you see red flags in this person that this person possibly will not be loyal to you if you date them and you still fucking date them?
He can change.
Okay.
They can change. So let's not laugh like it's not possible. People do change. People can change. So we're not gonna say and laugh like it's not possible. It may not happen or you may not see it a lot of the times, but it's definitely possible.
Is that potential that gets you hurt?
Exactly.
You have to know where your line is, what you're comfortable with, how much of that potential that you're going to get realized before you leave. That's what you need to figure out. Okay, I see what he can be, but how long am I going to sit here until he can get there? Am I going to sit 1 year? Am I going to sit 2 years? Is 5 years too long?
Mary J. Blige wait 11.
Maybe it's just married. Maybe it's just married.
What?
Maybe it's just married. No disrespect, married. Married. Maybe it's just married. It's been the 90s and she still ain't found no damn love since the 90s. It's just married at this point.
No, she got standards and she ain't meet a man that got standards yet.
Periodically time.
If you ain't meet not one man on this whole planet in 20 years.
She is a whole entertainer. She is traveling the world.
And that's why you should be meeting hella men.
Exactly.
No, hella men. Because you got a lot of broke men trying to get her money. And she ain't got time for all that. She needs somebody that's up to her standards.
But well, if they broke and you got money, you should know that they broke because they're not living the same lifestyle as you.
Right.
When you have money, you know when somebody's broke.
If
you mention stuff and they don't even know what it is, you already right there. You're not in my tax bracket.
But at the same time, it's not about the money.
I don't think Mary going for no broke nigga who got a good heart and who gonna treat her right. I just don't.
But pause, y'all know she was married and she had that terrible divorce and he was like trying to take care of her stuff that she worked hard for. So like sometimes you don't know what you're dealing with to a degree, and that's why it's good to communicate and just keep everything out on the open. And if the person not willing to communicate, that's a major red flag. Mm-hmm. And you should really take that under consideration. And a lot of people that, cheated on me, the communication just wasn't there in certain aspects. And yeah, it did be red flags. Like in the instances that I'm looking back on. But every relationship technically has red flags though. So it just depends on how many red flags we talking about, to be honest.
So my question to you is, what's the difference between a red flag and then somebody just projecting insecurities onto somebody else?
Who? That's a good one.
I feel like a red flag is something that. Go ahead.
You gotta get your thoughts together. I feel you.
You just gonna get us.
Let me get my thoughts together.
So like, I feel like certain insecurities can be red flags. So depending on how severe and how you go about your insecurities.
All right. So hypothetically
And that could be a reason why you get cheated.
If let's just say your significant other hangs out with a person of the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on how your relationship is, all the time, and it makes you look like, it makes you kind of question them a little bit. It's like, okay, is that a red flag because he's spending so much time with this person, or are you just being insecure thinking this person gonna take your man?
It might be insecurity because if this is a friend that person had for a long, is this like a friend somebody that they had like you when you met all the friends, you met this friend too.
They together all the time, like,
and you met this friend too. Like when you met all the friends, you met the friend.
You heard about him. You ain't meet him yet.
It depends.
Just giving the bitches being sneaky.
Yeah.
A bitch is being sneaky. Don't let them fucking fool you.
That's insecurity.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
No,
it ain't. I love it. We about to get into it. Go ahead, because I'm ready. Go ahead.
It's insecurity because men have friends that you can have a friend of the opposite sex. You can. My mother has a best friend who has a wife. And they are literally friends. Like, you can have a male friend
but
have you
and
heard
spend
about
time with them.
Have you heard about those situations where still these women are finding out men been cheating on them?
Okay, if you find out that, that's at that point you beat the shit out of both of them. But however,
oh no, you're a woman. You ain't beating on this man because he gonna beat your ass right back.
Oh, you're right. I call my cousins. Anyway, like at the end of the day, I just feel as though sometimes that can play insecurity. That could be insecurity because 9 times out of 10 they could not be doing nothing with this woman. They could just be really just friends. And in your mind, it's like they doing something. Da, da, da. And then he's like, you know what? I don't got time to deal with you.
The red flag that we was talking about is, why don't we know this person? Why don't we hang around this person or know more about this person?
But you heard of
the same space.
You heard of the person. That's just like if I talk about Ashia all the time, but you never seen Ashia. But I talk about Ashia, so you know that that's one of my friends.
I know that's one of your friends, but at the same time, okay, I've met all of your other friends. We've been there for how long? I see all your friends. I know what the other friends' energy is giving. Why the fuck don't I meet this one? Why the fuck I don't know what this one giving?
Right.
She live in a different state.
She be busy.
She be busy. Alright, so you busy from now on. You live in a different state from now on. Don't
Why
take
you
that period. Ain't no insecurity shit, bitch. Because you want to play these games with me, I'm play these games with you. What the fuck is you talking about? Can I hold those things over there, Taneya? No, absolutely not.
I don't know if I did it or not. Like, I did.
Absolutely
I feel
not.
like I did it.
No. It could be insecurities and that could play a factor, but at the same time, it's energies. You know, you can feel it. You know when somebody's playing the game and when they're not.
I mean, she didn't say you can feel it. She just said that he spends a lot of time with this person. She didn't give no details. Now, if you start to feel something is off, that's when communication come in. So at this point, because if you're my man, I should be able to trust you. So if I ask you about this and you tell me that it's nothing, I'm going to believe you. If it come out to be wrong, then that's when we have a problem. Because I trusted in you.
It came out like 10 years later.
Okay. It came out.
And that's when niggas die. That's when people die.
That's when you go. I don't know, because I don't care what nobody say. I feel like everybody should think that of themselves as the prize. I'm the prize. So at the end of the day, you gonna be sick because you did all that to ruin our relationship. Now look at you sick, broke, homeless with that bomb. Congratulations.
But you can just save me so much time and just like left me alone. If you're gonna do all that, lying and cheat and then doing all that, just leave me alone. I got so much other stuff I can do, and I can do fine by myself. Like, just leave me alone if you're gonna be doing all the games and stuff, or you want to be single. Just say it.
But I don't want to be single. I still want to have you around. I just want to be. Sometimes I just want to fuck off on somebody. I still want to have you around.
Yeah, but be honest about that, because there's some people that's into open relationships.
Yeah, but I know you not. But I know you not into it, so I'm not about to be.
How you know what I'm not into?
Yeah, you don't.
Are you into it?
Is that what we agreed to? Is that what we agreed to when we first started talking?
No.
So it's
not me. I'm talking about something else.
So it's giving pillow talk. You just telling me what I want to hear. So you lying to me.
Exactly. So you trying to sugarcoat the shit.
When we first met, it was a one-on-one situation. Now that we've been together for a little bit, and I'm feeling how I'm feeling, and I might want to fuck off. You ain't up with that. You ain't in with that, because that's not what you agreed to.
Right.
So I'm not gonna run the risk of me losing you by telling you, because I know that's not what you agreed to. I'm not gonna run the risk of me telling you that and losing you.
So
I'm just gonna do that. Not saying me, not
so
saying
you
me. Let me clarify. This is me playing devil's advocate. Y'all don't know how to talk, so let me just go ahead. I'm playing devil's advocate right now, but this is not how I feel. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But regardless, it's still not right. And with the whole, I've been in instances what Taneya was talking about, where people I dealt with had close friends that I didn't meet, and it came off as real shady. And like when I found out more about it, I figured out why it was shady, because it wasn't exactly what it was, like cheating exactly, but it was some stuff that they knew. If I knew about it, I would felt uncomfortable, or like that wouldn't be what I signed up for, or it was giving like flirty vibes, or like maybe y'all like each other, or one person like the one person in that way and the other person just like the person as a friend. It'd be giving vibes like that, and I've been in that situation multiple times. So no, I don't agree with the whole having close friends that I never really met. If that's your super close friend and it just so happened I never been around them, or I never interact with them, why the hell is that the case? Like it doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't add up. I'm a big part of your life, and we spend a lot of time around each other, and if that person is supposedly meaning something to you but not in that way, we should be able to meet. I'm not saying we gotta hang around each other all the time, but like, there's no way we should have never met.
But even when you do meet them, it's not guaranteed that that person's still not messing around with your man.
And on top of that, what if they nervous to introduce y'all because you may not click with that person? Because sometimes you can't bring, like, you can bring your friends around, but like certain friends.
But why don't I click with that person? Why wouldn't I?
Okay,
maybe it's something.
I'm still good.
I'm about to say maybe something about your personalities or something that might cause some type of friction.
But like, what is it? Because like,
well, it may be multiple things.
But for me, I feel like this: if we're in a relationship together and you have this close friend who means something to you in X, Y, and Z, if I've stated to you already that I feel a certain way, I feel uncomfortable, or it makes me think X, Y, and Z, it becomes your job at that point to make me feel secure. Since you say it goes into the insecurity thing.
Yeah. Because we all got insecurities.
And I feel like
your job at that point to make me feel that way. And I hate when people say, "Oh, I don't have to make you," or "It's not my job to make them do that." That's For one, what people have to realize is, yes, at the end of the day, you don't have to do anything. You don't owe anybody a goddamn thing. But if you want a relationship, or if you want to be X, Y, and Z, yes, you are going to do those things. But you do owe that.
Right.
A lot of times people don't go, "I don't have to do X, Y, and Z. I don't have to do this." I'm grown, they grown. So what? But you want to be in a relationship with me, don't you? So yes, you do have to do this.
I do feel as though if you confront them about the situation, you're like, "Man, you just insecure," then I'll start getting suspicious, because I tell you I feel some type of way. Why are you assuming I'm insecure because I feel some type of way? I'm just telling you how I feel.
Right.
So now you want to throw I'm insecure. So what's really going on?
It's gaslighting.
Right.
So I do get that.
Sometimes it definitely is insecurity for sure.
Right.
But then sometimes it's, again, like, you do get that energy, and that energy is, you're not getting it for no reason.
Right.
So he said that whole thing where it's like sometimes one person may like the other person may not like that person in that way. So like if you're in a relationship with somebody and their close friend likes them like that, likes them like that, but they don't like their close friend like that, but you can see that energy when they're around.
What do you do?
Yes.
It makes you uncomfortable, and it makes you want to nip it in the bud. And that's what I found out about, I'm going to just say one of the little situations. That's what I found out eventually. It took over a year for me to find out about the whole story, and I felt uncomfortable, and I gave that person an ultimatum. It was like, it's either that person or me, because I'm not about to compete with that person, and you sit up there trying to string that person along and try to string me along. It's like, no, I felt uncomfortable with y'all relationship. I knew something was funny, and now since I found out about y'all relationship, that like, it is like one person at one moment, and you kind of like the person at one moment, is giving look, do y'all want to be together or like what y'all doing? Because it's giving y'all low key in a relationship without. It's giving drama. It's giving low key relationship. What's going on? And a lot of times that's what it be given behind the scenes, but they don't want you to find out or want you to know because they know that they low key in the wrong or that you will feel some type of way. So they try to keep it under wraps, which I think is unfair to you. They should let you know so you can decide what to do with that. And if they value, I guess, that little situationship so much and they don't value your relationship and you feeling uncomfortable, then like I guess it's up to you if you're gonna stay or deal with that situation.
Do you feel like you have a place to ask them to stop talking to their friend if they've been friends longer than y'all been together?
That's the question I was about to ask.
And you get that vibe?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel like you have
you
the
feel
place
like
to
you
ask
should
them
be
to stop
like,
being
yeah,
friends?
like y'all not gonna be friends no more.
That's what I did.
Wow.
I feel like I don't have that space. I feel like I do have the space to mention my uncomfortable feeling, but I may not necessarily have that space to say you need to cut this person off.
Right, me either.
Because you have known them for way longer than you've known me. Not to say just because you knew them longer that they stay.
And I feel as though I'm talking as me, as my man, you put that boundary up. Look, I don't know what you're feeling. We friends, everything like that, but you cannot disrespect her. You cannot make her feel uncomfortable.
It's
we can
set
still be
boundaries.
cool, but you gotta respect my lady. Like, you can't do that.
But they should have been did that from the jump.
But they didn't
have
see it
to
until
because,
you mentioned it.
They didn't have to because they weren't with anybody at the time. So for them, it's not an issue because they're not in a relationship.
No, but I'm saying.
And it's something they used to.
Yeah, so when you get together finally with somebody, they're not gonna change their ways because that's not how they seeing it. Like she said, I don't see it that way because we've been like this for so long. So when you come along and I'm still doing the same stuff and it's make you feel uncomfortable.
But I feel like a lot of people be low key know what they doing. Because at the same time, we talk about a situation where as though you haven't met this person. So, like, why it took y'all so long to meet or talk about this person, and then you found out what you found out. So, it's like, that person low-key knew that you wouldn't be comfortable with it because it took so long. It's not like y'all first got into a relationship and y'all having this conversation.
Well,
no,
that's different. So, yes, I agree with what you said there, but that's different from what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying if you've met the person already. So, they've been friends, say they've been friends for 13 years. You get together and y'all been together for 5 years. But you finally mentioned to them that you feel like, their relationship is a bit inappropriate. Do you feel like you have the space to tell them to cut it off?
Yeah, because I feel like when you're in a relationship, this is how I view relationships. I don't be in relationships just to say, oh, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship for the future because I see a future with us and us growing as a family and like trying to make something of ourselves. So if it's making me that uncomfortable and you value your little situationship over somebody that you possibly may marry, somebody you may have kids with, somebody you may have a joint house with, that's way more deeper than y'all little situationship of y'all liking each other. Would you want to spend a future with that person? Because I can give you a little space to do that if you would like.
But I'm not gonna cut off my lifelong friend because you're not gonna give me an ultimatum. Like, yes, I love you at the end of the day, but it may work out with you, it may not work out with you. But this is my friend. Like,
it may not work out with them.
It's working out. This is my friend.
This is somebody I've been with.
We have our boundaries established versus like with a relationship. We could be together 1 year. We could be together 5 years.
If it's making me uncomfortable.
Now, listen. I can cut that person. I can cut that person off, right? I can cut that person off, and then let's say we break up a year or two later. Now I'm out of you and my friend.
Right, I don't even
now I cut my friend off out of respect for you, and now I don't have my friend, or I don't have you. And I'm not gonna be able to pick my friend back up because you didn't cut me off for some bitch for some bitch you with.
Right, because I'd be made.
But at the end of the day, is a reason why you cutting it off. The reason is the relationship was not healthy, and just the deal with relationships in general. The relationship is not healthy. For even if you had another relationship or the next relationship, it wasn't a healthy relationship just to have in general. So like I see it as even if we don't work out, I may help out. I guess at that point I probably helped out the next person. But at that point, I see it from you. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Me, you're supposed to just put your significant other
before your friends.
Huh?
Before your friends.
But for friends like that, if y'all was like into me and it's making, my girlfriend, if I had a girlfriend, and like, you know, me and Taneya flirting sometimes, or Taneya flirting with me, and it's making my girlfriend uncomfortable, I'm gonna realize the situation. Like, hold on, is Taneya really like flirting with me? Is it like, like, yeah, it's giving like homewrecker vibes, and it's like, yeah, that's at that point. If I continue that friendship, I'm being disrespectful to my significant other. So it's like, yeah, we probably been friends ever since elementary school. But it doesn't matter how long the friendship is. If it's a toxic relationship, it's a toxic relationship. And I'm going to stand behind my significant other because I'm trying to build a future with this person.
Dang.
And
that hurts. You grew up with her.
So I can understand. No. I can understand what Rashad is saying.
I can understand where he come from too.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, though, Rashad, if you don't know that they're flirting and they have that type of relationship, it just makes you uncomfortable because like they spend a lot of time together. You know, they laugh all the time. It's just it's another side of your significant other that you have not seen per se, or that you may feel like envious about. Like, oh, like, you know, I wish I made them feel like that, or like they, you know, you see like them in overwhelming happiness pretty much, or whatever kind of state that their best friend can put them in, but you don't know their best friend is flirting with them. You don't know if they really like them. You just have that feeling and it makes you uncomfortable.
And if you
but we wasn't talking about that scenario.
I'm asking you now. I'm asking about the scenario now.
If
you don't know.
Yeah, because
if you trust
we missed
him,
20 minutes.
Yeah. But
I would go, yeah.
Huh.
But now I was just asking if you don't know if that's the case, would you still ask?
Well, one thing about me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but I analyze a lot. So I can read what you're not saying, and I can read what that person's not saying. If y'all body language is giving it, or like some way, if y'all flirting, is going to spell out. If it's just like y'all just hanging out and like it's just strictly friends just being friends, I don't have a problem with friends just being friends. But if it's like flirting or something like that, that's when my issue comes about. It shouldn't make me feel uncomfortable if it's just friends just being friends. I don't see me having an issue with that or being uncomfortable with that, just in general. But if it's stuff that I'm picking up on, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable with that, then it's giving more to the story than what you trying to get me on the surface. But you guys, we're going to wrap it up because we did go over time for today. You know, this was a good topic for us. I feel like, we got into this one. So, who gonna close it out for us?
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Hold on. We gotta have a good closing to this topic.
What, like
closing
a
statement?
Summary?
Yeah. But
if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself.
You heard what she said.
Basically.